In the vast golden plains of Africa, the grass whispers with the wind, and the horizon stretches endlessly beneath the blazing sun. Suddenly, the silence breaks. A streak of golden fur cuts through the tall grass faster than sight, lighter than air. This is the cheetah, the fastest creature on land, born not just to run, but to rule the wind itself. Every muscle, every bone, every heartbeat is built for one purpose: speed. Yet behind this breathtaking motion lies a fragile life, a constant struggle for survival in the unforgiving wild. Unlike the lion or the leopard, the cheetah's power is not in strength, but in grace. It hunts with patience, plans with precision, and runs with purpose. But what does it take to live a life where every day is a race not just against prey, but against time itself? In this journey, we will uncover the untold story of the cheetah, from its birth in the tall grass to its final sprint beneath the African sun. We will discover secrets hidden in its heart, lessons buried in its silence, and wisdom that speaks to the soul. For within this creature's graceful stride lies a reminder for us all that every life, no matter how fleeting, carries the signature of the one who created it. The morning sun rises gently over the endless African plains. A thin mist floats above the tall yellow grass. In the distance, birds call softly, as if announcing the arrival of something sacred. Beneath the shade of a lone acacia tree, female cheetah lies still, breathing heavily. Her time has come. In this quiet corner of the savannah, life begins once again. One after another, small, fragile cubs slip into the world. They are blind, weak, and trembling, their cries almost lost in the wind. Each one weighs barely a few hundred grams, yet within those tiny hearts beats the rhythm of the fastest creature on earth. For the first few minutes, the mother simply licks them clean, her eyes scanning the horizon. Around her lies danger in every direction. Hyenas patrol nearby, vultures circle above. Even the scent of birth could invite predators. But the cheetah mother knows no fear. For days, she has been searching for this hidden den, a hollow in the tall grass where her cubs can remain unseen. She lowers her head, wrapping her slender body around them. For now, they are safe. Cheetah mothers are among the most devoted in the animal kingdom. For the first 2 weeks, she never strays far. She hunts quickly, quietly, and returns before the cubs can even cry from hunger. Her every movement is a prayer of protection. She eats less so they can live. She moves them from one hiding place to another every few days, carrying each cub gently by the scruff of the neck. Her life becomes a balance of hunger, fear, and love. By 10 days, their eyes begin to open. The world appears to them as a blur of colors and shadows. The sound of insects, the rustle of wind, the warmth of sunlight all become part of their first memories. Their fur, covered with a silver-gray mantle, gives them camouflage against the light. Scientists call it the mantle effect. It hides them from eagles and hyenas, but in truth, it feels like mercy written by Allah himself, a natural armor for the helpless. Weeks pass. The cubs begin to crawl, then stumble through the grass. They play, tumbling over one another, biting gently, learning the meaning of strength and balance. What seems like play is actually preparation. Every pounce teaches them timing. Every chase sharpens their focus. Even their failures are lessons carved by nature. The mother watches silently, patient and proud. She rarely intervenes. Her eyes say everything: observe, learn, survive. At 3 months, the family begins to move more often. The cub spots darken, their bodies grow leaner, their curiosity boundless. They mimic their mother's hunting posture, crouching low, eyes fixed on invisible prey. She allows them to follow during short hunts, not to join, but to watch. The cubs witness her unmatched grace, a body built for flight. Her head low, her tail straight, her legs stretched like arrows of light. In seconds, she disappears into the distance. Dust rises. Silence follows. Moments later, she returns, jaws stained with victory. The cubs rush toward her, hungry and amazed. This is their first lesson in speed, not taught by words, but by example. They watch every detail: how she approaches, how she breathes, how she ends the chase. Each movement is a verse in the poetry of creation. By 6 months, the cubs are ready to test themselves. Their hunts are clumsy, often ending in failure. They misjudge distance, lose balance, or chase too early. Yet their determination never fades. Hunger becomes their teacher, and repetition their path to mastery. Slowly, they begin to understand the rhythm of the savannah. Patience before motion, silence before attack. At 9 months, they start hunting together as a small team. Their coordination improves. One distracts, the other attacks. Though they lack their mother's perfection, they learn faster with every attempt. The savannah accepts only those who adapt, and these young cheetahs are learning the sacred law of survival, that life is not given freely. It is earned with effort and trust. Their mother watches with growing distance. She knows her duty is almost done. The cubs must learn independence, for no mother can protect them forever. In the wild, love is measured not by holding on, but by letting go. One morning, she rises before dawn, looks at her nearly grown cubs, and slips silently into the tall grass. When the cubs awake, she is gone. They call out softly, searching the horizon, but the only answer is the wind. It is time to stand alone. Days pass before they realize what she has taught them. Her lessons echo in their instincts. Move silently, waste no energy, trust your design. They begin to live by those silent commands. Each day, they hunt a little better, fail a little less. One by one, they find their rhythm. A cheetah's youth is brief. By the age of 2, it is fully grown, ready to claim its place in the vast theater of the savannah. From a trembling cub to a symbol of speed, its transformation is nothing short of miraculous. Its heart beats more than twice as fast as a human's, and when it runs, its lungs fill with air faster than any other mammal. Each stride covers 7 meters. Each sprint lasts less than half a minute. Yet in that half minute, the cheetah writes its destiny across the plains. And as the sun sets, painting the sky with gold and crimson, the young cheetah stands tall for the first time. The wind runs through its fur. The earth beneath its paws feels alive. In its eyes burns a quiet fire, the will to live, the trust in its purpose. Every scar, every lesson, every heartbeat has brought it here. Its journey is a living reminder that survival is not only about power, but about patience. It teaches that beauty can exist in struggle, and purpose can grow from hardship. The cheetah's story is one of grace under pressure, of balance between fear and faith. In the silent wilderness, its breath fades into the rhythm of the world. A reminder that every creature, no matter how fragile, is guided by the unseen wisdom of its creator. And just like the cheetah, we too are born to run not aimlessly, but toward the purpose for which we were made. The African sun burns fiercely across the golden plains. Heat waves dance like living spirits above the ground. Somewhere in the shimmering distance, a young cheetah crouches, its eyes fixed on a herd of gazelles. Every muscle in its body is still, yet trembling with quiet power. This is the moment it was born for: the chase, the test, the truth. Cheetahs are built not for strength, but for speed. Every part of their anatomy, from their slender bones to their long legs, is designed with divine precision. Their claws don't retract like other cats. They stay sharp for traction. Their tails act as rudders, helping them turn at lightning speed. Even their black tear marks, running from eyes to mouth, serve a purpose: reducing sunlight glare and improving focus on prey. The young cheetah lowers its body, blending with the grass. Its breathing slows. The wind is checked. Silence reigns. Then a sudden burst. In seconds, it reaches 100 kilometers per hour. The world blurs around it. Dust explodes beneath its paws. The gazelles scatter in panic. The chase lasts only 20 seconds, but for the cheetah, those 20 seconds decide life or death. The target swerves. The cheetah turns with its tail whipping like a whip of fire. Every heartbeat drains its energy, yet its determination burns brighter. And then success. The gazelle falls. The chase ends in silence. The cheetah gasps, exhausted, lying beside its catch. For every sprint, it loses almost half its strength. This is the price of perfection: beauty paid for by exhaustion. Unlike lions, cheetahs can't guard their meals for long. Within minutes, vultures circle overhead. Hyenas appear on the horizon, drawn by the scent of blood. The cheetah eats quickly, nervously, looking up after every bite. Its victory is fragile: one interruption, and the meal is gone. In the wild, survival is never a feast. It's a constant struggle between hunger and hope. As the young cheetah grows, it learns that speed alone is not enough. It must master patience, timing, and humility. Too early, and the prey escapes. Too late, and strength fades. Success lies not in rushing, but in perfect timing, a divine principle woven through nature itself. Even in the fastest animal on earth, Allah has placed the lesson of balance. When evening falls, the cheetah climbs a small mound and surveys the plains. The setting sun paints the sky with gold and red, and the wind carries the scent of distant rain. It watches other creatures: elephants walking in lines, zebras grazing in peace, lions roaring in the distance. Every creature has its place, its role, its rhythm. The cheetah belongs to this harmony, neither too powerful nor too weak, but perfectly balanced. Days turn into weeks. The cheetah learns to adapt to the unpredictability of life. Droughts come, waterholes dry, prey disappears. It walks for miles under the cruel sun, ribs visible beneath its spotted coat. Yet even then it moves with grace. No panic, no despair. There is a silent trust in its steps, a submission to the unseen order of life. Scientists have studied cheetahs for decades, yet they still marvel at the elegance of their design. A cheetah's spine works like a spring, stretching and contracting with every stride. Its heart is nearly twice the size of other cats, pumping oxygen like a living engine. In full sprint, it takes 150 breaths per minute. For that short burst, it becomes something beyond comprehension, a blur of divine engineering. And yet, the cheetah remains humble in its place. It doesn't roar like the lion or rule with dominance. It thrives quietly, relying on precision rather than power. There is wisdom in this humility. Just as humans often mistake noise for strength, the cheetah reminds us that true power lies in focus and grace. In the wild, its challenges never end. Males defend territories stretching dozens of kilometers. They mark boundaries with scent and patrol them tirelessly. Females roam wider, guided by instinct, searching for food and safety for their cubs. Life is a delicate dance between survival and sacrifice, and every step is guided by the Creator's hand. During the rainy season, the plains transform. Grass grows tall, rivers swell, and the land breathes with new life. For the cheetah, this is both a blessing and a curse. The abundance of prey means opportunity, but tall grass means danger. Visibility fades, and ambushes become harder. Every move must be calculated. In this changing world, flexibility becomes its greatest weapon. At night, when the stars blanket the sky, the cheetah lies beneath the open heavens. Its eyes reflect the light of countless stars, reminders of the vastness of creation. The cool air fills its lungs as it listens to the symphony of the Savannah crickets singing, lions roaring, owls calling. In this silence, the cheetah is just another worshiper in nature's mosque, living in obedience to the divine order. Few people know that cheetahs rarely attack humans. Their nature is gentle, shy, almost cautious. Unlike many predators, they avoid unnecessary conflict. This gentleness, hidden beneath their speed, shows another side of strength: the ability to control power. Allah's creation is full of such paradoxes. The fastest animal, yet peaceful. The most fragile hunter, yet resilient. In captivity, a cheetah can live up to 17 years. In the wild, rarely beyond 12. Their lives may be short, but they are filled with purpose. Every chase, every cub, every heartbeat is part of a divine pattern, one that shows how beauty, struggle, and faith coexist. As dawn breaks once again, the cheetah rises to begin another day. Its silhouette glows against the golden horizon, a living miracle, perfectly crafted, perfectly placed. The world calls it a predator, but in truth, it is a servant of balance. Its eyes tell a deeper story, a story of design, patience, and faith. When it runs, it does not just chase prey. It chases destiny, written by the same hand that created the stars. The cheetah's life reminds us that every gift, even speed, carries responsibility. Every blessing demands gratitude, and every breath, whether in the wilderness or in our hearts, belongs to the one who gave it. In the golden glow of the African dawn, female cheetah crouches low in the tall grass. Her eyes, sharp and focused, lock onto a distant herd of gazelles grazing peacefully. Every muscle in her body is coiled like a spring, silent, precise, waiting for the perfect moment. This is not chaos. This is strategy. For the cheetah, survival depends not on brute strength, but on timing, patience, and precision. Unlike lions or leopards, cheetahs cannot rely on ambush or sheer power. They depend on stealth and explosive speed. The cheetah studies her prey, learning their movements: who is weak, who is young, who is distracted. Then, when the wind shifts in her favor, she moves. Slowly, cautiously, each step calculated. Her tail sways lightly for balance. Her heart beats faster, but her mind remains cold and focused. Suddenly, in a burst of raw energy, she sprints. Within seconds, she accelerates from 0 to over 100 kilometers per hour. The world blurs around her. Dust, wind, and instinct merge into one. Her claws grip the earth like hooks. Her spine flexes like a whip. She closes the gap between her and the gazelle in heartbeats. The chase lasts mere seconds, but for the cheetah, every second feels like eternity. Then contact. Her paw strikes the gazelle's leg, toppling it in a cloud of dust. With a swift bite to the throat, the hunt ends. Silence returns to the savannah. The cheetah stands over her prize, panting, exhausted. Her body trembles, not from fear, but from the sheer energy she has spent. She looks around not in triumph, but in caution. Because in this wild land, a cheetah's victory is fragile. Hyenas, lions, or even vultures can appear at any moment to steal her hard-earned meal. She drags her prey to a hidden spot, constantly scanning her surroundings. Every hunt carries not just the risk of failure, but the risk of losing everything, even her life. She begins to eat quickly, knowing her time is limited. Her cubs wait nearby, their small eyes wide with hunger and fear. She calls them softly, a series of chirping sounds, tender and musical, a sound of comfort in a world of danger. The cubs run to her side, their little bodies still clumsy but full of excitement. For them, this meal means survival, growth, and another day of life. The mother cheetah eats little herself. Her priority is her cubs. She watches them feed, her eyes full of patience and sacrifice. She knows she must soon move again, before predators catch their scent. Rest is rare in the life of a cheetah. The moment of peace never lasts long. Each hunt takes enormous energy, and she can only attempt 1 or 2 a day. If she fails repeatedly, hunger grows dangerous not just for her, but for her cubs. Yet she never gives up. She hunts again, and again, and again. Her life is a cycle of risk and endurance, written in speed and sand. What makes the cheetah's hunt remarkable is not just her speed, but her discipline. She doesn't chase every gazelle she sees. She chooses carefully. She knows her limits. One wrong move could mean wasted energy or death. Her wisdom in the wild is her strength. Scientists studying cheetahs have noted something extraordinary even in their fierce world. Cheetahs rarely fight among themselves. They avoid conflict whenever possible. Males form small coalitions, often brothers, who hunt and live together peacefully. They share food, territory, and protection. In a world ruled by survival of the fittest, the cheetah shows that peace and cooperation can also be powerful. The female, however, leads a different life, one of solitude and strength. She raises her cubs alone, teaches them how to hunt, how to stay silent, how to hide from danger. Her motherhood is an act of courage. She does not roar, she does not dominate, yet her quiet determination sustains life in one of the harshest environments on Earth. As the sun sets, painting the horizon in shades of gold and crimson, the cheetah lies close to her cubs. The world cools, and the sounds of the savannah change. Crickets chirp, hyenas laugh in the distance. The mother closes her eyes for a brief moment, her body finally still. For now, they are safe. In this fragile peace, one can see the reflection of a greater truth. Strength is not always in might. Sometimes it is in patience, precision, and grace under pressure. The cheetah teaches us that true mastery lies in knowing when to move and when to wait, when to act and when to be still. Her life, filled with both beauty and struggle, mirrors the test of human existence. Just as she hunts for survival, We too chase our goals in a world full of trials. But her example reminds us success comes not to the fastest, but to the most disciplined. The one who plans, who observes, who endures with faith. Every chase in her life is a lesson in perseverance. Every failure she faces becomes her training. Every meal she earns is a reward for her patience. She never stops, never surrenders. As the stars rise above the African plains, the cheetah fades into the tall grass, once more a silent reminder that even the fastest creature on earth must bow to the laws of endurance and destiny. Her world may be wild, but her life is a masterpiece of balance between speed and stillness, courage and caution, power and humility. And through her story, we are reminded that in every act of survival, there is wisdom, and in every heartbeat of creation, there is a sign of the Creator. The African sun bathes the endless savanna in gold as the cheetah moves silently through the tall grass, her body perfectly designed for speed, agility, and survival. Every muscle, every tendon, and every heartbeat of this magnificent animal has been honed over millennia to fulfill a purpose. From the moment she is born to the day she reaches maturity, her life is a blend of vulnerability, discipline, and extraordinary capability. By the age of 2 to 3 years, the female cheetah enters the reproductive phase, a time when her purpose expands beyond survival to nurturing the next generation. Unlike other big cats, the cheetah's mating is brief and unceremonious. There are no complex courtship rituals. A female in estrus leaves scent marks that attract males. Multiple males may encounter her, but serious fights are rare. The male plays no role in raising the cubs. The responsibility rests entirely on the female's shoulders. Pregnancy lasts around 90 to 95 days, and soon she gives birth to a litter of cubs, vulnerable yet full of potential. For the next months, she will raise them alone, moving them between safe hiding spots to avoid predators. Lions, leopards, hyenas, and even large birds of prey pose constant threats. She hunts tirelessly, often going hungry so her cubs can eat, teaching them the skills they will need to survive independently. As the cubs grow, the mother introduces them to the art of hunting. They learn to stalk, sprint, and bring down small prey under her watchful eyes. The lessons she imparts are rigorous but vital. The survival of her cubs depends on them. Unlike lions, cheetahs cannot rely on brute strength. Their method of killing depends on precision, patience, and skill. The young cubs practice relentlessly, learning the importance of timing, focus, and persistence. Through this process, they inherit not only physical speed, but also the discipline and strategy that have allowed their species to survive for millennia. The cheetah's body, designed for explosive acceleration, carries both gifts and limitations. She can reach 70 miles per hour in seconds, her spine flexing like a spring, her claws gripping the earth with perfect precision. Yet this specialization comes at a cost. She sacrifices strength for speed, making her vulnerable to larger predators. Her hunting success rate is remarkable, but every chase drains energy and risks exposure to danger. Even the fastest animal on land must exercise patience, careful planning, and respect for her environment. As she ages, the physical toll of high-speed chases becomes evident. Her muscles tire more quickly, her joints strain, and the once limitless stamina diminishes. Yet even in her twilight years, she continues to move with grace, dignity, and purpose. Every step, every breath, every action remains deliberate, a testament to the balance of life. She does not resent her limits, nor does she attempt to imitate other predators. She remains true to the design given to her by nature, perfect in fulfilling her role in the ecosystem. This life story offers profound lessons for humans. The cheetah teaches us about discipline, showing that even extraordinary gifts require training, focus, and patience. Her solitary motherhood highlights sacrifice and responsibility, reminding us that the welfare of others often demands selflessness and endurance. Her acceptance of limits demonstrates humility and wisdom, illustrating that true greatness lies in understanding one's strengths and weaknesses. Through her life, we observe the principle of purpose in action. Everything the cheetah does is meaningful, nothing is wasted. Every hunt, every movement, Every decision is aligned with survival and the continuation of her species. Similarly, our lives gain meaning when we act with awareness, discipline, and dedication toward fulfilling the purpose for which we were created. The cheetah does not compete with the lion or the leopard. She does not strive to be something she is not. She thrives within the boundaries of her design, achieving excellence in her own domain. Her story also teaches us patience in adversity. Chases are rarely successful on the first attempt, yet she persists, learning from each failure and preparing for the next opportunity. Life, like the savannah, tests us repeatedly. Success comes not from avoiding challenges, but from facing them with resilience, skill, and mindfulness. Her endurance in the face of hardship reminds us that perseverance, coupled with wisdom, allows us to navigate the trials of life. The cheetah's care for her cubs teaches us compassion and guidance. She nurtures them, corrects them, and leads them through danger, shaping their character and preparing them for independence. Humans, too, have the responsibility to educate, protect, and guide the next generation not through force, but through love, patience, and example. As the cheetah slows in age, she demonstrates the value of acceptance. She does not fight the natural cycle. She does not cling to youth or pride. She fulfills her purpose fully, leaving behind cubs ready to continue her legacy. Life's true value lies not in resisting change or longing for permanence, but in embracing the role we have and executing it with excellence. From the cheetah's life, we learn that every creature has been designed with a purpose. Humans, endowed with intellect and soul, are tasked with a higher responsibility: to live consciously, purposefully, and ethically. The cheetah shows us that discipline and preparation are essential for success. Patience and persistence are needed to overcome adversity. Sacrifice and responsibility are acts of true strength. Acceptance of limits is wisdom and weakness. Purposeful action brings fulfillment. Just as the cheetah does not waste her abilities and respects her natural limits, humans should act according to their gifts, values, and responsibilities. Life is a test of how well we balance skill, ethics, and dedication. Her journey teaches that perfection in one domain often requires compromise in others. A reminder that true success is holistic, not one-dimensional. Conclusion and call to action. The cheetah's life is a mirror reflecting our potential, our challenges, and our responsibilities. She thrives not through brute force, but through wisdom, patience, and purpose. Her story reminds us that every gift, every talent, and every moment is an opportunity to act with meaning. If this story inspired you to reflect on the balance, purpose, and responsibility in your own life, continue exploring the wonders of creation with Animalscope Network. Subscribe, share, and witness more incredible journeys from nature, learning lessons that shape not just our understanding of the wild, but our understanding of life itself.